Today I'll be talking about the provinces in Canada that you should look at when you want to come to Canada to study, because those provinces will help you get your permanent residency faster. When you clock 30, do not apply to a province based on emotion. You have to choose strategically. You can actually become a permanent resident while you're studying in Canada. Do you know that you can get nominated for Manitoba PNP if your relative or your friend can establish a connection with you? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Yemisi. If you're new here, hi. I live in Regina, Saskatchewan, and I make videos about my life settling into Canada, study, permanent residency, and all of those things about immigrating to Canada. So if this is the kind of content you love to see, please subscribe. For my returning subscriber, you guys are the real MVP. I've been doing some research, and if you guys like the series that I've been putting out lately, let me know in the comment section. Today's video, very important video. Just a heads up, this particular video might be quite long, but it's going to be worth your time. Today I'll be talking about the provinces in Canada that you should look at when you want to come to Canada to study, because those provinces will help you get your permanent residency faster. I'll be listing out some of the streams, like programs that you can be eligible for as a student or as a graduate in that province. So I'll be listing a couple of them, and also I'll leave a couple links in the description box so that you can have access to them, also so that you can do more research by yourself. A quick disclaimer, I am not a licensed immigration consultant. I will advise that you should also do your research as well. So let me let you guys know something, that a lot of people strategically choose the provinces that they end up coming to in Canada. This could be based off of cost of living. It could be based off of the employment rate in that province, especially provinces that gives you permanent residency faster. So I'm talking about the latter. If you have crossed the age of 30, you should not apply for emotion's sake or say because it is cold in that province. Okay, that is how I put it there. Like, I put it in capital letter. When you clock 30, do not apply to a province based on emotion. You have to choose strategically, because your CRS points may be low. And let me quickly break that down. So if you guys don't already know, CRS is Comprehensive Ranking Score, and it's a tool that the IRCC uses to rank people based off of their age. It could be their employment status, like their skilled experiences. It could also be number of children you have, your marital status, work experience in Canada, foreign experience, and also a couple of factors. Do you have a family here? You know, all of those things gives you points. So at the end of the day, it ranks your score against others. So we have express entry pool, where a lot of people are in that pool. I'm sure people are familiar with this, but just to break it down for those people that are not aware, there's an express entry pool where you would eventually be in. IRCC will bring out a particular score, like a score for the month, that they would be choosing the people in the pool based off of. For example, it could be 500 points. I think the last time was about 480 something. I'm not too sure. So that is what the comprehensive ranking score is all about. And I'm going to leave a link in the description box that helps you to rank yourself and just to know your score basically before you come in. Another thing that I wrote here is you can actually become a permanent resident while you're studying in Canada, and I've done a video on this before. I've also told people that the reason why a lot of students do not use this route is, one, if you do not have a work experience before coming to Canada. So for example, if you came into Canada immediately after you finished your undergraduate and you came to Canada to study your graduate program, you would not be eligible, because the number one factor that makes you eligible for the express entry pool is work experience, at least 1 year of work experience. A lot of people like myself could not go into that pool at the time because of finances. If you're a single applicant, you would have to pay, now it has increased, so it's about $13,717. Let's just say approximately $14,000, and every additional person that you add is about $3,000 to $4,000 difference. If you're a family of 2, additional $4,000. If you're a family of 3, an additional $4,000, like that. So I wanted to just put that out there. Another thing that I want you to know is that you need to know your NOC. NOC is National Occupational Classification if you want to apply for this provincial nomination program. And by the way, I'm going to be talking about provincial nomination programs in this particular video. So we have the Federal Skilled Workers Program, we have the Canadian Experience Class, we have the Federal Skilled Trades Program, but then in each provinces we have the provincial nomination programs, whereby when you apply to any program in a province and you get selected, you have automatic 600 points towards your express entry score in the poll. So for instance, after doing that comprehensive ranking score that I told you about, you have say 450 points. If you get nominated by a province, that's an additional 600 points, which takes you to over 1,000 points. And trust me, you're already sure of the next express entry nomination. I was talking about the NOC. It's good for you to know your NOC. We have a lot of job classifications. This might be a little bit tricky. I'll leave a link in the description box that gives you a list of all the national occupational classification, that's the jobs, and the job descriptions. If you are in maybe a business field, there will be a couple NOC codes that will relate to you, but check the job descriptions of those NOC so that you see the one that is directly linked with your own job description, whether you are here in Canada or you are back in your home country. I have about 6 provinces here that I will personally advise you to study in, because you are likely to get a permanent residence faster in that province, and that means that you don't have to move from province to province when you are done. Because I find that a lot of students, when they are done, they start looking to move from the province that they are in to another province. For example, 6 months of work experience in Saskatchewan will help you to be eligible for some programs. So what some people do is immediately they are done with their study, then they move to all those kind of provinces and then try to get their permanent residency through those provinces. So this will save you of all those kind of stress. The first province that I have is the Saskatchewan province, and this is my province. For those people that do not know, I currently reside in Regina, Saskatchewan. Regina is the capital of the Saskatchewan province, by the way. We have the SINP. A lot of people apply for the Saskatchewan Immigration Nomination Program. We have different streams. So for people that are international skilled workers, we have those people that are graduate streams. I'm going to focus on the student stream because, like I said, I'm talking about studying in provinces that will help you get PR faster. Under the Saskatchewan Immigrant Nominee Program, which is the SINP, on the website, just go to the Saskatchewan Workers Experience and go to the students link. There you are going to see a couple of eligibility criteria for you. First would be you must be living in the province for at least 6 months. You must have a permanent job. You must intend to reside in Saskatchewan as a permanent resident. And also note that all nominees with temporary permits must reside in Saskatchewan. So for those people that are still using their temporary residency permit to reside in the country, you must be residing in Saskatchewan. Also, you must have worked for a minimum of 6 months or 780 hours of paid employment in Saskatchewan. The type of work experience that they are looking for can be on campus, off campus, co-op terms. Those people that have permanent part-time jobs in some of these skilled works, then you are eligible for this. A lot of times you might not be eligible as a student per se, but once you're done with your study and you get a permanent job in one of the skilled work type like the 0, 1, 2 and 3, then you will be eligible for this particular route. Once you get a nomination, you're going to get your 600 points. So the second one that we also have is the Tech Talent Pathway. Other provincial nomination programs in Saskatchewan, you can see them on the government website. That is the Government of Saskatchewan website. On that website, just go straight to the immigration section and you see all of the things that I'm telling you about. Number 2 province on my list will be the Newbrunswick province. This is one of the fastest and easiest provinces to get permanent residency. It has a number of programs, initiatives to help newcomers settle in faster. Some of the eligibility that you need for this provincial nomination programs in New Brunswick, the basic eligibility would be to have a valid job offer from a New Brunswick employer in an occupation that is high in demand in the province. A lot of times when people hear high in demand, they just get scared away. Always try to read through, always try to Google in-demand jobs in the province. You would see that on the government of that province's website. This one, some of the in-demand jobs are cashier jobs, nurse, occupational therapist, software developers, electrician, welder, admin assistant, accountant, general labor production, store warehouse associate, warehouse laborer. Those are the in-demand jobs in the province at the moment. Must have graduated from a recognized post-secondary institution in the New Brunswick province. You must have at least 2 years of business ownership or management experience in New Brunswick. This one applies to some of the business provincial nomination program. Like I mentioned earlier, some of these provinces would prefer that you graduated in their province, and that is why I made this video, to make you know that you need to go to some particular provinces if you want to get a permanent residency faster, because it just means that if you are in Saskatchewan province and you want to move to New Brunswick, the New Brunswick provincial nomination programs may not see you as eligible because you did not graduate from their province. The next province that I have for you is the Nova Scotia province. It is a vibrant and a welcoming community for international students. The Nova Scotia nominee program, which is called the NSNP, is one of the most popular programs for international students looking to get a permanent residency status in Canada. The NSNP selection criteria is based on age, education, work experience, language ability, and connection to the province. These are some of the criteria they look at. Another one is the Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program. So try to check these two out. So in the Nova Scotia province, they have the NSNP, which is the Nova Scotia nominee program. They also have the Atlantic Immigration Pilot Programs. And if I am you right now, what I'll do is go to those websites, check these two programs, see the kind of jobs that they're looking for. If I match that, then I apply to a school in that province. And if you're very lucky, it could also be the program that is in demand. So for example, if business analytics is what is in demand in the province and you probably have a business background or you are interested in business analytics, then you just go for business analytics program in any university or college in Nova Scotia. So this is how strategically people move when they are trying to move to Canada as a student. Another province here is the province of Manitoba. This is another good destination for international students. Do you know that you can get nominated for Manitoba PNP if your relative or your friend can establish a connection with you? For the Saskatchewan province, you can get nominated by your family members. However, for the Manitoba province, you can get nominated by family and also by friends. If you have a friend in the province that can establish a connection between you both, then you can get nominated by that friend. This is something that some people don't know. The international education stream is under the Manitoba Provincial Nomination Program, and it is called the IES. Basic eligibility requirements under the skilled worker programs in Manitoba would be to be a qualified temporary foreign worker or an international student graduate. That's one of the basic eligibility criteria. Have a permanent full-time job offer from their current Manitoba employer, have worked for their current Manitoba employer for at least 6 months, have a valid work permit or a postgraduate work permit from IRCC, show proof of English proficiency test, which is either IELTS, CELPIP, and other English proficiency test that is approved by IRCC. The fifth one, which is my favorite, and I call it my favorite not because I'm in the province, but because they have various provincial nomination programs that I just personally feel like you would definitely fit into one of these. Alberta is a province with two of the best universities in the world, University of Alberta and the University of Calgary. So yeah, they take pride in that. The province has a strong job market, which makes it easier for international students to find work after graduation. Nurses, software developer, and mechanical engineer are some occupations in demand in Alberta. I'm going to list a couple of provincial nomination programs that they have, and anyone that I'm familiar with, I'll buttress my point on them. The first provincial nomination program pathway that the Alberta has, and I have a couple, I have about 8 of them. The first one is Alberta Advantage Immigration Program. I'll tell you to look at this one for real. The Alberta Nurse pathway, this one started early in the year, I think about February or April. The speed of attending to this first batch is just very high. A lot of people that got qualified when they applied around April or May are just waiting to be matched to their employers. After being matched to their employers, they'll also be moving down. I think all their visa application and all of that will be sorted by the Alberta government. I'm saying this because I know someone that qualified for this particular pathway. Next batch will most likely be open. You should make sure that you stay tuned on the Alberta website so that you do not miss any of this particular information. Very important if you're a nurse or if you know anyone that is a nurse. The next one is the Alberta Family Nomination Program. There's the Alberta Accelerated Tech Pathway for tech professionals. There's also the Graduate Entrepreneur Stream. This one is for international graduates of approved Alberta's post-secondary school that are interested in operating or establishing a business in the province. There's also the Foreign Graduate Entrepreneur Stream, Rural Entrepreneur Stream, and there's the Rural Renewal Stream. For the Rural Renewal Stream, one of my big bros sent me a link for this one. I'll leave the link in the description box for you. It focuses on 10 communities in Alberta. So once a candidate is selected, then the candidate gets an endorsement from the designated community, and then you now proceed to get your permanent residency. So immediately you get get matched to a particular employer, after you have shown interest in that work, then they give you a letter of endorsement, and that letter of endorsement you get from the community, then you now proceed to get your permanent residency in the long run. So this is also something that a lot of students will look at, or even a lot of people on foreign work permits will also look at. The last but not the least is the Ontario province. It has PNP that offers a variety of internship and core programs that can help students to gain Canadian work experience. The streams under the Ontario, we have the employer job offer, and we have 3 of this employer job offer program. It is divided into the foreign worker stream. If you have foreign work experience and you're a student with available POF, that's proof of fund, you can be eligible for the foreign worker stream under the employer job offer. The second one is the international student stream under the employer job offer. This one is for recent graduates with a job offer in Ontario. Also, there is the in-demand skills stream under the employer job offer. If you check the Ontario province and you have a job that is in demand, tech, the health professionals are in demand in the Ontario province at the moment. So we also have the master's graduate stream. If you have a postgraduate degree from a post-secondary school that is eligible to give you a master's degree, then you would be eligible for the master's graduate stream. There's also the PhD graduate stream. There's a human capital priority stream. There's a skilled trades program. This one is for blue collar jobs. Those in-demand jobs that fall under the trades program could be electrician, plumbing, cooks, you know, some of those blue collar jobs. Also the French speaking skilled workers program. If you guys don't know already, the Ontario province is a mixture of English speaking people and also French speaking people. For example, if you go to Ottawa, a lot of people speak French there, and Ontario is the capital of the country, Canada, and Canada is a bilingual country. It definitely makes sense to have a stream that is focused on French speaking skilled workers. If you're a French person, if you are, I'll say, don't be a beginner in French speaking, I'll say intermediate, or you are an advanced French speaker, then you should definitely look at French speaking skilled workers stream, because it would be beneficial to you. And you never know, you could be nominated and you get your 600 points that help you to be more competitive in the express entry pool. A lot of people look at tuition fees to apply to a school, which makes sense. I mean, I'm one of those people that preach looking at the cost of living, looking at the tuition fees and all of that. But I also know that you have to apply strategically. So if you are applying to a province, you're not only applying because you have a family member there, you're applying because your skill set matches what the province is looking for. Also, when you see that the provincial nomination programs there matches what you are looking for. For example, in Saskatchewan, if you are an early child educator, you are part of those in-demand skills that we are looking for in the province. I said we, okay. I mean, because I reside in Saskatchewan. So yeah, I hope that this video resonates with you. I'll leave all those links that I mentioned in the description box for you. Let me know other videos you want to see in the comment section, and I will try my possible best to film those videos for you. For those people that have not seen the last 2 videos that I made, those video talks about cheapest universities, cheapest colleges, and now I'm telling you the provinces that you need to study in order for you to get your permanent residency faster. So it's kind of like a series that I'm working on, and I hope that you enjoy it at the end of the day. All right guys, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more videos, and turn on your notification bell so that every time I post a video you will be notified first. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.